Well, Ilia, for your first title defense, you took out Max Holloway, the first one to knock him out. That statement itself is crazy, but probably not to you. You called it.
Yeah.
What played out in this fight differently than you might have imagined, if anything?
To be honest, I imagine it this way too, because to be honest, I was expecting from him to stop in the middle of the octagon with me in the first 10 seconds because I pointed the ground. I called that shot. I did it, but he didn't stop in the middle of the octagon with me. So I had to change a little bit the game plan. I was in the case that if he wouldn't accept my challenge, I knew that maybe the fight would take that pot.
First round was, I didn't look at the scorecard, so I can't actually tell you, a little even. What adjustments, though, did you make in the second and the third to ultimately find the shots that you did?
To be honest, I never think about the decision. I'm always looking for the finish, so I never put my focus on the scores. You know how the referees see the fight. I'm only looking for the finish, and this is my mentality during the whole fight.
And you've said all week, and honestly, since before this fight was even booked, you called exactly what would happen. It happened. Does it ever get weird for you, though, to call your shots and for them to play out exactly as you said that they would?
No, because I know how hard I work. I know how many sacrifices I do, and I know what I'm able to do inside that octagon. So I didn't see any. I don't see anyone like me right now and at this moment in the mixed martial arts in my level, and specifically in my weight division. So this is why I call the shots, because I know that I'm the best in the world.
In a different division, Hamza and I were having a chat while your fight finished. Excuse me. And congrats to him. He sends his congratulations to you as well. Someone else who calls the shots and gets them done. When you think of where mixed martial
That's why he's the man. He's a savage. He calls his shots. He finishes his opponents. When he goes inside the octagon, you know that guy goes for the finish. He's not looking for the decision. That's why I respect Khamzat. He's a fucking beast. So he deserves to fight for the title as soon as possible. I hope Dana will give him the title fight next, and we're gonna have an amazing fight, because I love Dricus du Plessis. He's a great human being. I have a great relationship with him. I have a great relationship with Khamzat also. But as a fan of mixed martial arts, it's going to be a very exciting fight for the fans. So I hope the best man wins, and I wish best of the luck to both of them.
Yeah, it's a really exciting time in mixed martial arts. When you think about Hamza, when you think about yourself, you say this all the time. You represent this new generation of the sport. We were talking before about how these are heavy, kind of a lot of weight on your shoulders, though, metaphorically, when you think of you're carrying the sport. Does that pressure ever get to you at all?
Not at all. It's a blessing. For me, it's a blessing, not a pressure. I dreamed this. I asked the God for all these moments. So right now I'm trying to enjoy all the moments that He's giving me, because everything belongs to Him, not to me.
Another moment for you. You've won an extra 50 grand. I imagine that...
They only give me 50 grand.
Is it just 50 grand? Anybody know? Anyone know? I'm sorry to inform you, it's only 50 grand.
Max Holloway, Dana only give me 50K.
50K and a ruby. How about that? A ruby in the belt. Come on. That one's invaluable. And to keep this belt, to bring it back to Spain.
I hope he's going to give me a little bit more. I hope so. I'm going to put my hopes in Dana.
Well, Ilia, when you think of what's next, I know that Volk came into the octagon, that you guys had a moment together. Now that the dust has settled, though, a little bit, is that still the fight that makes sense next?
Right now, at this point, there is no one else that deserves the shot more than Volk. He's been a legendary champion in this weight division, so he deserves the shot. So we'll see how the things will figure out in the division. If he's gonna fight before I will come back with someone else, I don't know what's gonna happen, but at this point, he deserves the shot.
Well, Ilia, thank you so much. It's always great
pleasure.
to see you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.